Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Peggea. I'm the host of the whole show. And today here we have JD with us. So JD is a member of the community, also plays ball. And so I'll just have you explain yourself a little bit.
I'm JD, of course. You guys know me. I'm born here in Ritchie. Well, not born here. I moved there back when I was in grade 7. So about, I'll say 8 years ago. Before that was from Montreal. And, I just moved here in Ritchie, and I've been here since I moved.
Since?
Yeah.
Okay. And when was that? When did you move here?
I moved here probably in 2012.
2012.
Yeah, something like that.
Not bad. Okay, alright, so we're just gonna start with a little bit like one of the questions, get to know you a little bit, so everybody else can get to know you as well. Because I know you, I grew up with you, but people watching this don't really know you, so this is for them to also get to know you and like see who's part of the community. So upon moving here, what were the struggles, challenges that you faced, and like how'd you overcome them?
As we know, growing up in this neighborhood, it's not easy, of course,
Yeah.
but there's also like a lot of positive things about this neighborhood, such as, it's a big family, it's a community, right? So, when I first moved here, I struggled to make some friends because, people tell us when you move, they think Ritchie's like a bad place, right? So they're saying, oh, it's a bad neighborhood. So at first I was kind of worried, I was worried to make friends,
Mm-hmm.
but then with time I started, seeing the guys and, getting to know each other and stuff. I met you, all the guys, so that's how I started fitting in Ritchie. And since then everything just, we grew up like a family and connected, everything just went well.
So when exactly did you start playing ball?
I started playing ball summer of my grade 10 going to grade 11. I was about 15 years old. So I was 15 when I started playing.
Now, I would say, how were your skills then?
What?
How were your skills then? Because you just recently started playing ball and now you're basically playing
College
ball, yeah, so how was that?
Well, that's a big step, right, for a kid who grew up in Ritchie, wasn't playing basketball my whole life till like grade 10, like I said. So that's for me, it's always big. It's like a big accomplishment. Even myself, like sometimes when I look back at it, it's like, well, I can't believe I really made it happen. But of course, I didn't do it by myself. I had people like, Matty Joe train me and stuff, Emil, go to the basketball court, play with Mika, all those guys. Those guys are like role models that really helped me become who I am today. Those are the people that I just can't forget.
Okay. So, how did you find yourself from being a Ritchie and then all of a sudden moving all the way to the States and playing ball? The whole process, how was it for you? Can you explain a little bit?
It's a hard process. That's what I can tell you for sure. It's hard because 2 different countries, what I'm saying? It's like 2 different type of people. Like Americans and Canadians are very different, and just moving out of my house, that was my first time going away from home. So I've always been with my mom and my brothers, and that was my first time just being by myself. So it was really hard. Plus, not just the fact that I was by myself, a whole different country. So like, of course we do speak the same language, but it's still like different attitude. The way people act is different. The way people just think and stuff. So it was really hard for me to kind of fit in when I first went there. But then, I just told myself that I'm there for one reason, right? Just graduate, do what I have to do, play basketball. So I wasn't really worried about fitting in and stuff. I just did what I had to do and just trying to move on to the next step.
What were the pros and cons about moving away?
Well, the good thing was I'm actually matured a lot because I'm by myself, right? So you kind of make your own decision. Mom is not there to tell you what to do, right? So you just do it by yourself. It's college, what I'm saying? There's a lot of distractions, but you as a human being, you gotta know what's right and wrong, right? So that's when I just started realizing that, man, I'm really becoming a man because I'm starting to make my own decision. So that was the really good thing about going to college, going away. And the bad thing was homesick, of course, as soon as I went to school after 2 weeks, I just started missing home because it's different. You're not eating the food that you eat at home. You eat the cafeteria food, and you never know what you're gonna eat basically.
True.
So one day it'll be good, and the next day it'll be, terrible. But yeah, it was overall it was a very good experience. But yeah, that's what happened.
So how was your first season?
First season, let's just say, because I had really high expectation for myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would tell you it was very good, but I'll just say it was decent because I averaged about 8 points as a freshman and actually started all my games. So
Yeah.
that's big time doing it at Indian Hills. I think it was decent, but I feel like I could have maybe done it better. So that's the focus going into my sophomore year. And I've been working really hard. I'm really confident that I'll have a killer year. Like I'll just kill it. So.
Okay. So if it wasn't for ball, what would you be doing right now?
That's a tough question, to be honest.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard. If it wasn't for basketball, I really can't tell you what it would be because, basketball really kind of like helped me head the right way, you feel me? Because I'll be honest with you, if I didn't have basketball, I probably would have, I'm not gonna say I would have been like a street guy, but like probably would have been heading the wrong way, you feel me? So I use basketball as a vehicle to just lead me the right way. So I can't even tell you what I'd be doing if I wasn't playing basketball. That's a really tough question, but yeah.
You never know. Eh?
You never know, exactly, you never know.
So what role would you say the community playing paving your way towards what you're doing right now?
Man, community had a big impact in my life, I'll tell you that. Because, I always felt loved here.
Mm-hmm.
And I always feel like I gotta rep something, right? So
Yeah.
I rep here, I rep Richie because this is where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I go play in America, behind my head it's always like, okay, my people are watching me, so I gotta play for them, right? Like I'm representing them because I was actually the only Canadian on my team. But then they just see it as Canada. But me, I don't just see it as Canada, I see it as Canada, Ottawa, Ritchie Street, you feel me? So it's like I have like a lot of, I won't say pressure because I feel like I'm built for this, but I have something to rep, and I'm really proud of that because, when it's always good to have something to represent, right? So the community really had a big impact on me also with like financially, going to CTA, Pathways really helped me a lot. Mohammed Sofa, talked to Tony House and stuff, so it really had a big impact. And I actually got recruited for CTA playing with Richie Summer League, which is of course the community, so it really basically made me.
Speaking of that, so you played for Richie, you also played for CTA.
Yeah.
How was it playing for Richie and also the transition playing for CTA? How were the coaches? I know in Richie you played for
Emil,
yeah. So and then CTA played for a different coach. How was that? Like, who would you say inspired you the most?
I'll say, because it all started with Summer League before CTA, right?
Yeah.
And my Summer League coach was Emil. And I remember when I first started Summer League, I wasn't really into basketball like that. I just saw it as, let's just go have fun. There's a crowd, right? So that's how it all started. And then me and Emil actually had a talk. That's a talk that I actually never forget. It was because I was missing practices. I really didn't care about Richie basketball, Summer League. It's Summer League, right? So we don't care. We didn't care. So I remember Emil actually spoke to me privately, and then he told me that he sees potential in me and he thinks that I can really go far. And he's like, hey JD, if you keep working hard, you can really beat the guy, you know what I'm saying? And then he really looked at me straight in my eyes, and then no one ever told me something like that before, and that kind of just got me fired up. I was like, damn, at least I got someone that really believes in me. You feel me? So that's when everything changed. I just started showing up to practices, and then, by doing that, that's when I just started getting better, and then, I caught attention of Tony House, which is the director of CTA, came to Boys and Girls Club, and then he just saw me playing and recruited me. So everything started with Summer League.
So based on your explanation, so you would say that Emil had a very impactful
I can see. So we started with Emil, and then of course the transition went to CTA with Tony House once I started playing with him. So yeah, it started with Emil.
So oftentimes we focus a lot about like sports and less on academics, right?
Yeah.
So then, The question is that what program do you study over there in Hawaii?
I take arts and science.
Art sciences?
Yeah.
And do you have any like specific, like is it law in arts and social science program, or is it like sociology, psychology?
It's junior college, so it's different than like the university in Canada. So over there, let's say if I'm taking arts and science, so my classes are basically going to be. So I'll have like a music class, as you said, like, that's part of art.
Yeah.
I'll have music class and I'll have drawing class, and you know I always loved drawing growing up, so that's also why I took arts and science.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I'm good in science, and I want to know more about science and just nature and stuff. So that's why I really took arts and science going to college.
But do you plan on specifying what you want to do later on?
I was thinking about taking law, mostly because my mom was a lawyer and my dad was also a lawyer. So I just feel like that's something that I have in my blood. But then, you know, you can't just do something because it's your family did it, right? So if I'm being real with myself, I think it's cool becoming a lawyer. Like I hate reading a lot. So you gotta read to become a lawyer, you feel me? I like arguing, though, I'll tell you that. I like arguing with my friends. But that's something that I'll be able to decide after I'm done my sophomore year if I still want to keep arts and science, which is, you know, transfer to like a law class.
No, yeah, you're definitely right, because I take law, so and the biggest part of law is knowing how to read, and not just read and understand what you're reading. So yeah, it's very tough, but like you say, like family has it, so it must be in your gene, you know, so you have it, so you're able to do it.
Hopefully.
So coming up to like our last question, sort of. So what advice would you give to a youth that wants to follow in your footsteps and play away from home?
Man, I'll just tell them to stay confident, of course. You know, you gotta also, you need to have a mentor. That's something that a lot of people don't tell kids nowadays. You need to have someone you look up to, you know, someone that's gonna have your back when things go wrong, because in life, you're not born alone. You have someone that teaches you how to talk, how to walk, right? So the same way with life. So you gotta have a mentor that's gonna help you make your decision. Of course, like at a certain point in your life, you're gonna have to make your own decision. But like I said, me, it all started with Emil. Emil he's the one that helps me, you know, taking my decision. You know, he's gonna tell me, I think this is the right place for you. What do you think? And then we're gonna talk about it. And that really helps you because you have someone that has experience telling you. So like me, one thing that I tell the kid is just like, from my experience, it's like, make sure you have a mentor, someone you look up to, and you know what you want in life. Like, so set a goal, write it down, because that's what I did, set a goal, write it down, put it in your wall, so you can see it every day just to remind yourself, you know, why am I waking up at 6 a.m. and going to the gym? You're not doing it for no reason, you're doing it because you see your goals and you want, because you know, I want to go to the NBA, or, you know, I want to, you know, bring money to my family, you know, like, whatever it is. But make sure you write it down and find a mentor and then go for it. Yeah.
So also, just what is it that you do there on your free time? Because besides practicing and going to class, what else do you do?
To be honest, man, literally all I do, you guys may think I'm weird, but when I'm not playing basketball at school or, you know, not in class, I'm actually in my room just thinking about life, talking to myself, you know.
Thank you. I think you should be reflecting, bro.
So let's say you talk to yourself now.
But you're right, talk to yourself though, you go ahead.
I talk to myself, like, you know, like I remind myself like who I am.
Yeah.
You know, because you're by yourself. It's hard, you know? So sometimes you tend to forget who you are. You tend to forget who you are. You're pain, you're mad.
Yeah.
So I kind of remind myself who I am, you know, why I'm here and why I'm doing and why I'm doing what I do, right? So that's actually what I do in my free time. I know it's weird, but I rather do that because it makes me a better person than just go outside, go to parties and stuff. You feel me?
When you talk to yourself, do you do it in front of a mirror or just kind of like just stare at the wall and?
I put my earphones, you know, and I just stare at the ceiling and I go in.
Okay, that's pretty sick. Also, so what's the next step then? After playing ball, what's the next step? Coming back here and then
after I'm done with Indian Hills, So right now, what I'm planning to do after I'm done with Indians, I'm planning to sign with a Division I school, and then go there and play my 2 years there, and then hopefully I can find a deal, and then yeah, man, I just going from there.
So do you NBA? Do you see NBA or do you see like?
That's the goal.
NBA
That's the
is
goal.
goal.
NBA is the goal.
Okay.
NBA is the goal.